Okay, let's start the Nagios 4, the visualization. In this video, I will show you how to set up the Nagios graph and NDOUtils with MySQL. For the Nagios visualization, there are many packages or programs to support Nagios. So in this video, I will introduce two kinds, Nagios graph and NDOUtils with MySQL. First one, Nagios graph. First, to install Nagios graph, we need this kind of packages. So please check that this kind of packages already installed or not. RRD tool, PARGD, CGI, RRD tool or RRD tool or time like this. And after that, please download the Nagios graph, the version from this website, sourceforge.net project Nagios graph files. After download, extract this compressed file, and after that, we can use this kind of command. First one, install.pl to check free linkage. So using this command, we can check this kind of the free linkage packages already installed or not. And after that, we can start install like this. And number 3, adding Nagios graph to Nagios to the CFG. In number 3, we need to register the Nagios graph to Nagios. So in my case, the line number 834, I add this kind of lines. And then number 4, adding comment to comment.cfg. Comment.cfg is a kind of template file. So here we need to register the Nagios graph comment. So here the process service, the performance data for Nagios graph like this. And if we are successful to install the Nagios graph, then we can find Nagios all the binary file here. So especially the insert.pl, this file will be used for Nagios the graph. Number 5, copy Nagios graph Apache. Normally Nagios graph as well, similar to Nagios, to use the Apache web server. So here, normally Nagios graph the support the Apache the configuration file. So we need to copy the Apache's the configuration the directory. And after number 6, the start the web server and Nagios as well. Number 7, access to Nagios graph. So if we are successful like this, then we can access to Nagios graph using the browser like this. Localhost Nagios graph and the CGI bin show config.cgi. If we are successful to access this directory, and then we can see some the data to that the Nagios graph send. And the number 8, define service to the host file. In the previous video, I show you how to monitor Linux server. In this video, I create this file, the server.cfg. So in my case here, I will define exact the service. Name will be Nagios graph. And after that, in the service part, now this service part, there is a generic the service. This is a kind of the template. And here we will add Nagios graph as well. And after that, Nagios verify and Nagios server restart. And if we want to see the Nagios graph based on Nagios, then we have to access this directory, localhost / Nagios. Then here we can check the Nagios graph. Okay, then let's start. First one, before we download and install the Nagios graph, we have to check the prerequisite the packages. First one, RRD tools. Here, RRD tool and RRD tool. And after CGI, GD, and time highless like this. Okay, then in my case, USR local SIG here. So in my case, I download Nagios graph here. So if we want to extract F Nagios graph dot like this, then you can see this graph, this directory here. Okay, then let's go Nagios. Okay, first one, install, and after that, check prerequisite. So here, this command will check the prerequisite program such as the CGI or the RRD tools and the time HI, a high res, and the per module GD, and the Nagios as well, and Apache Web Server as well. Okay, and after that, let's try to install the install PL, and the option will be install like this. So here, normally in the install process, we have to define exact directory for the Nagios graph. But even if you don't know exact directory, just this Nagios graph will suggest the default directory. So in my case, just I will select the default directory Nagios the graph suggest. Okay, so first the destination directory, okay, enter, and the configuration file, enter, and the executable, enter, the CGI, enter, document, and the example, JavaScript, utilities, and the bar, and the RRD tools, and the logo file, and the CGI script, the CSS JavaScript, and here, the Nagios performance data will be saved here, and the CGI script, okay, and the user will, in my case, the Nagios, and the web server user will be Apache, and modify the Nagios configuration, no, and modify Apache configuration, no. So continue with this configuration, yes. Okay, so if you complete the install, then Nagios will show the other or the next process. First here, process Nagios performance data using Nagios graph. So the Nagios recommend to add this line to Nagios graph, and after that, the command.cfg will add this line like this, and after that, for the Apache. So normally the Nagios graph to support this file, we need to copy this file to the Apache web server, and then Nagios restart and Apache restart. Okay, then let's go to the etc Nagios. So here of Nagios, the main configuration file, nagios.cfg. Okay, in my case, I copy this here, line number 834, like this. This file come from here in the installation process performance data and the service like this. Just copy and add. And after that, WQ. And after that, comment here. So let's open the comments file here. Okay, object comment CFG. So in my case, okay, Nagios graph. So in my case, okay, line number in my case, the 250. Define command here, process service performance data for Nagios graph, and the binary file will be here, insert field. Okay, then. Okay, in my case, I already. And after that, I need to copy Nagios the graph apache.conf to Apache directory. Okay, then let's go USR local Nagios graph. Okay, so here, first one, the etc. So here I can find Nagios, the okay, this one, Nagios graph Apache. So here, Nagios graph Apache. So just copy Nagios Apache here, etc conf d here. In my case, I already copy. Okay, Control C. So let's go to here, conf d, and after that, Nagios graph Apache. So in this file, just there is only the access control. So in my case, I allow from old. So in the old network directory, I can access the Nagios graph like this. Okay, then Apache restart and Nagios restart. So if I complete like this, then okay, check here. And let's go etc Nagios first. Nagios, the verify Nagios configuration file. So here you have to find here total warning 0, total error 0 like this. And after that, the service pd restart, web server restart. Okay, and after that, Nagios as well restart. Okay, then let's go to the directory here. Okay, in my case, localhost Nagios graph and CGI bin show config like this. So here we can find some the data the Nagios graph show to us. So Nagios graph environment and the path and the basic configuration and the map the rules. So we can, if you find or see this kind of data, the Nagios graph is successful to install. Okay, then let's go to the object. So in my case, I will use server here, server.cfg. Okay, so here let's check the Nagios service. First one, line number 62 here, we need to define the service. The name Nagios graph, action URL here. And after that, for each services, for example here, first one, the local services here, we need to add the Nagios graph. This service will supply data for the ping, and this one as well, Nagios graph for the local disk and the local users as well, and the process checking and the local load, the CPU load, and after that, the swap or SSH. So in my case, I add the Nagios graph to the all services here. So until the SMTP server. Okay, then let's again Nagios restart. Okay, then let's go to the Nagios server. So here I can find Nagios, localhost, no Nagios. And after that, let's go to the host. So in my case, I will use the server, especially the service part. So in the service part, I can find this kind of the graph. So let's check first this one. So now I can find the graph for current load of the server file. So the title is Nagios graph. So Nagios normally support the graph for each service by day and week and month and year like this. So per each the item, there are this kind of the menus. For example, green, the color green means the 5-minute average, and the 50-minute the critical. If we find the critical message, then the color will be red. So using Nagios, okay, except this one, we can find, okay, HTTP. So HTTP web server as well, we can find this kind of the graph. So this one as well, same, the day, weekly, monthly, and the yearly graph. So in my case, I'm using the web server. So here as well, I can find some data for web server. And how about the SSH? Okay. SSH as well. Here I can find some the datas, the maximum and minimum data like this. So Nagios graph normally to support the graph to see exact data per each data. So in my case, for the host server, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 the services. So per each service, you can add the Nagios graph like this. Okay, then let's go to chapter 9, NDOUtils with MySQL. So NDOUtils is a kind of the plugin for Nagios. So this NDOUtils service have all of Nagios course configuration and data written into MySQL database. It means even if we create or even if we store many the data by Nagios, sometimes we need to transfer or save this kind of data to database. So NDOUtils support this kind of features with MySQL. Okay, number 2, package installation. If we want to this NDOUtils with the MySQL, we have to install 2 kinds the package, NDOUtils and NDOUtils-MySQL. And after that, we need to create the database to save all data of Nagios. So in my case, database name will be Nagios, and the user NDO, and the password as well, same NDO. And we need to grant all the permission or authority to access this database by NDO, and of that plus privileges. And after that, we need to go to this directory USR share DLC and NDOUtils MySQL. In this directory, we can find this file install db. This file normally support the load Nagios all the schema. It means if we execute this command, this file will install all the tables for this Nagios the database. And after that, number 4, added Nagios configuration. So here we have to define exact module of the NDO module. So especially in my case, line number 222. So brokers, if you are successful to install this one, you can find this kind of module here. And the configuration file will be Nagios NDO mode.cfg. And number 5, we need to configure NDO2db.cfg in the etc Nagios directory. So here we have to define the database host and the port number, the 3606. This is the MySQL, the default, the port number. And the DB number, DB name will be Nagios, and the user, NDO, and password same. Okay, and after that, number 6, we need to start NDO database. And after that, checking the process and verify and Nagios restart. Then we can check that this data is saved to MySQL or not using number 7. Okay, first one, MySQL username and the password and database name. And after that, here we can check how many the services this one saved. using this command. And the others, B, C, D as well, we can use this one. Okay, then let's try here. First one, let's check the package NDOUtils. So here there are the packages NDOUtils, MySQL, and NDOUtils. So if you don't have, just install like this NDOUtils, NDOUtils, MySQL-y like this. So in my case, I already installed NDOUtils and NDOUtils. Before you install NDOUtils, you have to check the RPM file, especially this one, EPEL. So in my case, graph EPEL. This is a kind of the package to support the YUM. So if you don't have, please download this file from rpmfind.net and after install, then this one will support to install this kind of packages. Okay, then let's go to the database. Okay, in my case, MySQL. So if you don't start MySQL, please don't forget service MySQL D start or restart like this. In my case, I already started. Okay, and after that, MySQL root here. So show databases at first time. So in my case, I don't have the database. So first, create database. Database name will be Nagios. Create the database Nagios. And after that, create user. In my case, username NDO. And after that, the localhost. Device password will be the same like this. Okay, in my case I already have the NDO, so okay, again, so create user NDO localhost identify by NDO like this. So okay, in my case I already have. Okay, then the grant on Nagios that 2 and okay NDO localhost. So I already the database name Nagios and username. Oh, I'm sorry, NDO. Sorry, NDO. Okay. Okay, then okay, let's please check here. Show database again. So I have the Nagios like this. Okay, and have that flush. Okay, exit. So and after that, USR share DRC MySQL. So here there is one directory DB. So there is one the file. So we need this file. Okay, so here let's try par install DB and the username NDO and the host name localhost. And after that, okay, NDO password NDO localhost and the database name will be Nagios. So it's done. Okay, let's check again. MySQL P show data basis and use Nagios. Okay, show tables. So now I can find this kind of Nagios the tables by this command. Okay, then let's go to etc Nagios. So please open Nagios configuration. So in my case, line number. Okay, then broker. Okay, so here line number 221 event block options, and after that, so it means that this one broker everything, though broker will use this one. And module directory, so we need to the uncomment. So broker, in my case here, NDOUtils, this is a module, and the configuration file etc Nagios NDOUtils. Okay, here let's check etc Nagios. So here NDOUmode, so NDOUmode.cfg. Okay, then so here please NDO to db.cfg. So here we need to check some data. First one, db host. So socket type must be the Unix, and after that server type, in my case that will use the MySQL, and here db host, localhost, and the database port, the 3000, the 364, the MySQL. And after that, the DB name is, in my case, the Nagios. And after that, DB user as well is the NDO, and the password NDO same. Okay, then we are ready to use this one. Okay, so first one, service NDO to DB start. So let's check the process. So now this one using this the configuration file, and after that service Nagios restart. Okay, then let's try to use database root. Okay, show database. So let's try to use Nagios. Okay, show tables. So there are many tables. So here let's try to use select. Okay, here I will use Nagios. So first one I will use this one, copy, paste. So again, at first let's check the services. In my case, there are the 20 services. Okay, number B, the retrieve the content, the data, date, time to the latest 10 notification. If there is a notification, then we can use this kind of the SQL, the command. Okay, copy, paste. So here, let's check. Okay, first select. So in my case, I found the critical host on each other. This one 8.11 means the router. So here, this is the latest the notification. And after number C, the retrieve the content and the date time of the latest 10 host service comment. Then let's try to use this one. Copy, paste. Okay, again. So select entry time. Okay, here. Comment data from Nagios. Okay. The story. Okay, I will use select entry time comment data from Nagios comment history order by entry time and limit 10. Okay, now in my case empty. Okay, and if that count number holds the current the OK status, then let's check that if I can define the OK comment here the first. So now there are the three. Okay, host from the host status. So show tables. There are many kinds of tables. So now the Nagios is saving this data to MySQL. So anytime we can use this data in the MySQL. Okay, so far I will explain how to set up Nagiosgraph and NDOUtils with MySQL. And the next video will be the last part of Nagios series. And from the chapter 10, I will explain Nagios notification and Nagios security. Thanks for watching this video and see you next video.